Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. I am Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here for another edition of All Signs, but for the generals, for what is ahead for us this week. If you're new to this channel, don't be shy because we are live here, not just on YouTube, but on Facebook as well and Twitch. Hello, Nancy. Welcome to my moderator as well. Just a reminder, if you are on Facebook, if you wouldn't mind sharing, because sharing is caring. I'm still having issues with posting live. For some reason, it lets me schedule it out, but then I have to delete the schedule and then repost it. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. But I'm glad you're here for those of you who could make it. All right, the cards that we're using for today, and I hope everyone's having an amazing weekend. We have the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. You can get this on Amazon. I love this deck. We're going to see how the week's energy is bringing on with that. The Magical Hours Tarot is going to be the main deck. This one I like. This is also going to be the one that has reversals. Again, you can find this on Amazon. And all of those links are in the description box. And we're going to continue to use the Sacred Witch Tarot deck as well. So we'll be using that as our main deck. And as you guys know, we are in the midst here of changing seasons, going into Libra. Libra will be starting it, but man, here we are. We're stepping into Libra season, and we are amidst the shadow of a partial solar eclipse right now in Virgo. So Virgo is going out in a bang. And happy birthday out there to the tail end Virgos, especially a happy birthday. She's not on here yet, but to one of my Harmonia Friends Club members, Isis, happy birthday to you. It's her birthday today. But yeah, so I hope everybody is doing okay in this eclipse energy. I've been feeling it for quite some time, but this energy is really being a doozy when it comes to hitting the reset button. So it doesn't feel as light. It's definitely hitting the body, the routines, the nervous system. And if you've been feeling that way, heavy, foggy, or out of sync, I am here to tell you, you are not alone. That's one of the reasons why I had to take some off. I wanted to make sure that I was grounded enough here for you. But how this is affecting the signs and what to be in the lookout, especially for the mutable signs here for Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, is you're getting the strongest hit right now because the eclipse is accelerating change and adaptability. So yeah, the fixed signs, you may be feeling the drag because, well, the fixed energy is obviously resisting the shakeup here. So that's going to be for Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And then the tail end would be the cardinal signs here for Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Noticing more of the dust that will be clearing out for the rest of the week. But I want to bring up to you guys that as of late, and I haven't done it in quite some time, but as of late, I have done a daily card pull that I started to do over on Substack. So yes, I'm pretty new to Substack, but I also want to help get in that collective energy for you. So the card that we pulled yesterday was the King of Wands and the rune Tiwaz. So together, I had noted in the channel message, it's time to rise. So I encourage you guys to make sure you're looking at the YouTube community post or the subtext. And I put all of the links even on all of the social media ones. So you can, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, there's a link to get to that full reading. So if we get the King of Wands in your reading, just know that's an extra addition here. And I'll let you know to get back in there. But the main message was that we are in the midst here to own our natural actions, being authentic leaders, and having the ability to stand. But before we rise, we are going to have to take a deep breath. We're going to have to ground ourselves because we're going to need some extra strength here that is going to be pulling us through. We're not meant to be in the scattered energy, especially with this eclipse energy. So if that interests you, make sure you check out Substack. It also has some areas here for you to look at some journal prompts on doing that as well. Okay. All right. You guys know the drill. We're going to get here to see what the collective energy is. Hello, Ellen. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascended masters. Spirit, what does my collective need to know? For the live audience and the replay audience, what do they need to know? What do they need to know in this week's energy? Here we go. Remember, our initial story play has no reversals. Well, the Magician. You have everything you need to do anything you want. I love this because this goes entirely with the astrology as well. And I'm no astrologist, but with this energy, with what I'm reading on this eclipse, it is this great reset. And so with the energy that I've been channeling, even with that King of Wands energy and Tiwaz yesterday, I'm definitely feeling this energy here of utilizing all of our natural talents that we already have. So this is having everything on the plate this week. And something here about what you manifest. Okay. Let's see what the challenge is for the week. Remember, these cards play out on each individual sign. What is the challenge for my collective? Nancy, thank you so much for making a donation to the Unlock Collective Fate. We'll get to that in a second. Wow. The High Priestess is that connection to source. Intuition. We may question our intuition this week. There's uncertainty here. Not everything, we can't see everything. It's like there's something that's working behind the scenes. But the challenge here is to trust your gut. Trust what you know. It may not be externally, but it's definitely internally here for us coming up. We have the High Priestess energy. And funny enough, it's in order. In the Fool's Journey, the next thing next to the Magician is the High Priestess. So beautifully going in order. What are our breakthroughs for this week's energy? What are our breakthroughs for this week's energy? Our coven. Our wins. Celebrate your wins this week with a trusted tribe. A trusted tribe. You know, sometimes when we celebrate our wins, not everybody is happy about the wins that we have. And there's something here about the eclipse energy, which is asking us to be grounded and to reset, is also to reset who knows what within your circle. It's an interesting energy because I feel like there's discussion here about dreams, desires, but there's happiness, there's togetherness, there's union. Celebrate your wins is truly what I feel. All right, so we're going to start off because we're 22nd starts Libra season. We are already moving on to Libra is going to be first. That means Virgo is going to be last, but that's not because they're not our favorites. It's just that's the way it goes. Everybody gets a turn. So Libra, happy birthday out there to the Libras who are celebrating this week. You guys are going to be up here first. Let's see what's going on for Libra. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And also, just a reminder, we have the Unlocked Collective Faded Dice bonus that is being unlocked. We just need 5 donations on YouTube if you hit that target. And we already have a donation from Nancy. So we are 4 donations away to unlock another Faded Dice roll, which means another reading for you, a chance. We will let the dice play out. Oh, you know what? I didn't pull our numbers. Here. So before we start with Libra, let me pull the numbers. I completely forgot. I almost messed that up. Let's pull our numbers here for the week. Sorry, Libra, hold on. We're going back to collective because I almost forgot the numbers, which plays a really big part. This is where we need to take those moments to breathe. All right, what numbers are here with us for this week? A 1 and a 3. So we have a 4. So 134 or 431. You may see these sequences, or you may see these numbers on their own in multitudes, like lots of 1s, lots of 3s, lots of 4s. But let's talk about that. 4s, again, is the manifestation. That is the magician energy here. But this is also about building. And I love how it goes, building potential in strong circles. Your circle this week, collective, is extremely important. Who can you feel safe with? Who holds you accountable with? All right. This is really going to help you build a structure. All right. These numbers are going to play out for each individual reading. Glad I caught this before we moved on to Libra. Now we're going to get to Libra. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for being a donator here. We are now 2 away from unlocking the Faded Dice roll for the end. All right. Libra, are you ready? Who's got Libra in their chart? Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Libra. Libra, how are you feeling for this week? 3 of Swords. Well, it's not forever. The 3 of Swords is heartbreak, is loss, is grief. This is a week here where I feel, Libra, you may be a little bit sad about something that comes up. Let's see what the external reason is why you're sad, why there's sadness here. Why is this Libra sad? The 2 of Pentacles here reversed. False start, false hopes. We'll talk about that. What's the integration? Temperance. We'll talk about that because it looks like you're going to even this out. There's something in your life right now, Libra, that you have been feeling really imbalanced. There's a lot of uncertainty here, but it's affecting your future. And this 2 of Pentacles is a little bit different because it kind of makes me feel like the Fool's energy is here as well. This is also a Libra here who may be struggling, needing some help, needing some assistance, maybe going through some money woes, maybe going through some relationship status woes. But there's something about this week where the grief here is like what you're leaving something behind that no longer serves you. I feel like you're closing the chapter. And with the Sagittarius energy here, what it's bringing forth for you is deep emotions of love, alignment, the feels. You may catch yourself in the feels. You may start changing some of those feelings are going to start shifting where it may have been anger or sorrow, but it's like as you let that pass through, it might be lighter for you and more peaceful. So there's one particular part where I feel this week you are going to be making peace with. And that's really, really important to know. All right. Let's see what's emerging out of this. Yeah. Something has to go. It's the loss. It's a dream. It's something here that had a lot of potential, a lot of opportunity. But the grief is, I can't take this with me. It never really got started to begin with, or there's some false hopes here. And it's just to accept something for what it is. So that's what this Libra is doing. They're accepting a loss, something that never really truly got started the way that they wanted it to. Oh my gosh, there we go. 5 of Pentacles. But you're not on your own, because this is part of your breakthrough here. And the 5 of Pentacles here is reversed. So this is recovery. This is your coven. This is someone who's very important to you. That could be a really good friend. I'm not saying there's a reconciliation happening here, but there's definitely an internal reconciliation happening for you where you're not alone. You may also hear from somebody here out of the blue who intuitively knows something is up, who says you're not alone. Yeah. Because you're not meant to do everything on your own. With strength reversed, there's a pride issue here, Leo energy. All right. So even though your pride may be kicked a little bit this week, there's also this energy of it's over. I now have there's acceptance. It's acceptance. It's honoring the acceptance. It's realizing that you don't have to feel weak about this. You don't have to feel bad about this. This is just someone who's recovering in a huge way. I like that energy for you, especially if you've been really heavily or down. What advice does Spirit have for you this week? And we'll get your anti-message as well. Look at that Page of Pentacles here. You got the page here twice. There's actually an opportunity here, and it's new. Because you're releasing this, it's allowing a new opportunity. You may feel like purging this week. All right. But there's a new opportunity that is approaching you. And it's not necessarily happening in this week's energy, but it's a new opportunity to be compassionate and loving to you. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You may also have a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that is coming in this week who intuitively knows you're going through something, who is there for you, who's supportive of you. All right. Loving, very loving, this individual. Auntie's message here for you, Libra. This week calls you to anchor before you act. Anchor before you act. And that's really what we were getting here in this energy, okay? Don't scatter your energy. Choose one thing and lead with it. Choose one thing and lead with it, Libra. That's what I got for you. If that resonated, hit like. And we have a new feature on YouTube called Hype. So go ahead and swipe right to Hype. If you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment replay. And don't forget to subscribe. And we're going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio is up next. Scorpio is here. There she is. Isis is in the house. Nancy's wishing her happy. We gave you a shout out. I did give you a happy birthday in the beginning. You weren't here yet. Look at this. Isis is last night. Partied until 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm trying to go through the feeds. Couldn't sleep. Well, girl, my days of partying that late are entirely over. I'm getting closer and closer to the 50 mark. So it's like little does it come in that way. Oh, I almost took these off. Nope, we need this one. That's part of it. Hello, welcome back, Corbell. Oh, I'm so sorry you're not feeling well, hon. Rest. Listen to the collective, because a lot of people are going through some physical ailments right now, and it's eclipse energy, and that's common. So go back and listen to the collective right before I actually get to the collective. All right, who's got Scorpio in their chart? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are 2 away from unlocking the faded dice. 3 away. I'm already predicting. 3 away from unlocking the faded dice. $46. I'm still ahead of you. I'm going to be 48 next week. Still ahead of you, girl. I don't even remember what 46 was like. After 40, honestly, I don't remember any of them. All right, Scorpio. Let's see how your feelings are in for this week. How's Scorpio doing? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio, here we go. Ooh. Well, Scorpio, you're deeply in the feels this week too. I mean, this is like deeply in the feels. But you know what? You're a fixed sign, so you may be feeling the drag here of the eclipse as well still. But something's being shaken up this week when it comes to your past. Something's or someone is coming up. Okay, we're gonna see what that is, but it's coming around full circle here for you. So let's see what this is about. What's emerging here from this? 2 of Wands here reversed. So there's some doubts here. There's something about wanting to return to point A. You have made a decision about a scenario, whether it's a person, whether it's a place, it was a direction, a goal. But whatever you went searching for, what's emerging from this is, I'm not sure I like this environment. I'm not really sure this is what I anticipated it to be. Okay. There's something that's affecting you in your environment that makes you want to backpedal to go back towards the past. And it's coming up for a reason. Obviously, we're going to see what that reason is. Oh boy, here we go. 3 of Pentacles here reversed. Now, let's look at this. Because you were excited about this. You were measuring the room out for this. You have big ideas, big pictures, but there's a particular relationship here that you're realizing either, I don't know, someone is meddling, someone is getting between a partnership, or getting in the way. And this is something that feels very stifling for this Scorpio. And remember, your breakthroughs here are the people that you trust, but your intuition is feeling something feels off. It feels very controlling. So this could be at a job. This could be, like I said, at a relationship where someone is meddling, but you're really feeling it this week. It's like, it's almost this energy of like, how did I not see this before? How did I not see this before? Huh. Now, the thing is this relationship or opportunity is very, very different from your typical type. If it's a job related thing, it's almost like a very different role that you're playing. So it's kind of like you're hitting devil's advocate this week in a huge way, right? You're facing a mirror, but you're seeing all the shadow sides and you're like, ooh, what is going on here? With the 8 of Cups here, with the 8 of Cups here, because they always make me subtract and do math, which I'm sucky at, but it's coming to the 6 of Cups. So it's relaying a past memory where you felt more safe and secure. And there's somebody here this week who is meddling and causing some insecurities in another relationship that you were actually really excited for to get started in, or to continue with, or to grow with. The mask is slipping. Scorpio, the mask is slipping. You're realizing that it's a false foundation. It's cracking, and it's cracking wide open the more you learn about this individual or the people they are amongst. Now, some of you, the mask is slipping here. The breakthroughs is like, if this is work related, it's the coworkers, right? Like, they're going to tell you the true story. But others of you, there's a person here who's portrayed themselves as something that they are not. Look at this. 3 of Cups. But here's the thing. You're not alone. You're not alone, because the mask is slipping on a particular person who could be an unruly leader, a friend who's not really a friend, but you are amongst individuals here. And there's that 6 of Cups energy that I feel, who are in the same boat as you, or are going to tell you some things about an individual here who meddles. All right. Yeah, they always got in a way. That's why they can't make decisions on their own. If there's a person here who's meddling in another connection, this could be someone who's like, yeah, that's been a problem since day one. They're very soft to that individual. They can't make up their own decisions. Okay. It could be a mother, a father. There's just something here that's unruly about it. But this week, you're going to realize you're not the only fish in this bowl. And that someone's mask is slipping about what they can actually do. And it's something here that you chose to get involved with, right? But what's really happening here is that whatever they said they could build, they're the slave of something else. The person here who you took this opportunity with or relationship with is fake. They're very, very fake, and they let someone else run the show. And I think you thought this person was actually genuinely that individual, but their mask is slipping. What advice does Spirit have here for Scorpio? Look at this. The moon. Can we pay attention that there's 3 people here, though? There's 2 other individuals here who are with you, who have done this, who have been in the same circle as you. Pisces energy. All right. You can trust these people because they know that person as well. That's how you know. I think you are going to realize the reason you went after this is because it had a dreamy, romanticizing thing of feeling safe, like something from the past. And you're turning out that you may have picked something from your past that was bringing out a wound. But now you're seeing the difference here, and you have your tribe, your coven, your friends, whatever it is. You're able to have a clear decision, and a clear decision is needed here. Don't forget, sometimes you need to burn things down to rise again. And so the Phoenix energy is still here on this particular card for judgment. Usually it's not a Phoenix, but I do feel this energy here of realizing you need to burn certain things around. And I want to say it's the environment that you're in or relationship that you know is not really serving you. All right, Scorpio, what Auntie wants to say to you. Pay attention to who's draining versus who's steadying you. With the eclipse energy, it shows you who really has your back. And that's what I was feeling. I feel like someone here is wearing a false mask. So that's what I got for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right to Hype Now on YouTube. And if you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment replay below. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to check out my website for the Timeless Vaults as well, because we have some new readings coming out and dropping this week. All right, we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is up. Isis, thank you so much for your donation. We are now 2 away from unlocking the faded dice. That's the collective reading that happens after this, where the dice roll, and if your zodiac sign comes in, well, there's your reading. Okay, there's 2 more donations needed for that to unlock that goal. We're getting closer and closer. And we so far have 3 sponsors. I appreciate that. And so does the collective. Sagittarius is up. Nancy, you're supposed to keep us on our toes. You age like a fine wine. I feel like I peaked early when it comes to the best. My best everything birthday wise, it was like rock star birthday. That is truly the most memorable birthday, but also like a very high part of my life, which ironically was the downfall. Isn't that funny? That's usually how it works in life, where you have the really high part and then your world starts crumbling apart. Was when I was age 30. 40 is when my world basically was destroyed. Like it took 10 years for me to get it and realize I had to drop all the mask. But 40 was pretty intense. So God knows what 50 is going to bring me. Hopefully peace. Sagittarius is up. Who's got Saggy in their chart? Here we go. Saggy, Spirit, what's going on here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? How are they feeling going into this week? Here we go. Reversals are now up. 3 of Wands here reversed. I almost feel this need of wanting to be in hermit mode. You're done at looking and waiting for something or someone. Let's see what the external reason for this retraction is. Yeah. Destiny, the wheel of fortune, because if you sit there and stare at the pot waiting for the water to boil, what's it do? It just makes you feel dissatisfied. Externally, something is based upon divine timing for you and you are well aware of it. And so your motion this week, which is actually really good, is forget about it. Forget about it. If it's not this season, it's fine. I'm going to focus on something else and not just sit there and wait for this to come on in. I'm kind of sick of like waiting here for my fortune, for my second chances. And you realize that. What's the integration? Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. You're looking at a new opportunity this week. How can I spend this wisely? And some of you, it's a new offer. It could be friends taking you out. It could be, it's just a new opportunity. You're doing something different this week, Saggy. I like this for you. Let's see what's going to emerge out of this. But I truly feel like it has to do with people that you trust. But it feels like grounded, new energy. Like, this is new. Let me try this. Expect invitations this week or an offer. What's emerging here? The Star. Yeah, you haven't lost hope. I really love this for you. Saggy, you're getting a really good reading this week. You haven't lost faith. You haven't lost hope. You're understanding how the universe works here in this Aquarius energy of when it comes in. And there's that chip, right? When's it going to come in? When's it going to come in? Well, it's like, well, I can sit there and stare at it all day, or I can just feel the energy of it being here already and then just turning around. The check hasn't been cashed yet, but the check is here. So you're changing your vibration this week. Yeah. It's not saying that it's absolutely here to have a new start, because this two of Pentacles reminds me a lot of the Fool's card as well. But this week it's about realigning your task, how you spend your time and effort. You may even be doing a new routine this week, but it's a routine here that you're adding in to allow yourself, your higher self, to fully be integrated in the one who gets this. And that's what you do, right? it's like I'm just going to act as though I have it already and not be bothered by it, and that it's here, and really focus on the collaboration of what do I do with this? Some of you, what do I do with this money? Maybe it's signing up for something like a class or a retreat or a vacation or the gym. But the Four of Swords here is about self-care. I love this for you. This is a self-care week for you. You're resting. You're taking a pause here and separating yourself from the worries of when's it going to happen to it's happening, and I can enjoy this time presently and prepare myself. And so I feel like you're in this, even though it feels like a separation, it feels more like a very calm, practical week here for Sagittarius, where you're acting as though you're unbothered by waiting and taking opportunities here to get well rested so that when it is here, you're ready to rock and roll. All right. What does Auntie want to say to you? Oh, wait. I just forgot the advice. I don't think you need advice, but let's see. The advice here is to rest. Rest your mind. So let's see before we get to the Auntie message. Look at this. Repeat cards. The Three of Wands. It's like the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay. You're all about closing that wardrobe right now, not crawling into it, losing time, just knowing that it's magical there and that when you enter it, you're in Narnia in some sense. But you're looking at other options here, and you're being asked here to peruse other options. What would my higher self do if I have achieved that? What would my higher self do if I was in that relationship? What would my higher self do? So you're really integrating and looking at other options to see what serves you and what doesn't. Okay. Now, your message from Auntie is, your fire may feel dimmed, but this isn't failure. I love this. You are prepping your body and your foundation so that you will be ready to rise when momentum returns. And so this is a week here of rest for you, Sagittarius. That's what I got for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right to hype now. And if you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment replay below. All right, we're going to get started here with Capricorn next. You just crawled out of your worst years. Oh, hon. It takes a while to settle your nervous system from that. So be kind to yourself. Capricorn. Capricorn is up next. We are 2 donations, targeted donations on YouTube away from unlocking the faded dice for this live for another collective reading. Okay. Watch it from the beginning, Isis, because I talk a little bit about astrology before I get into the reading. And I always forget the dice. So there's that. I've obviously been a little bit rusty with remembering my format since I was off and took some hiatus. I'm getting back to it. All right, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, your Timeless Tarot reading was unlocked on Thursday of last week. So if that's something that you want to consider, check out the preview reel that was unlocked yesterday. And if that resonates with you, go check out Harmonia Friends Club over my website. All right, let's see what the energy here is. Spirit, what do we have here for Capricorn? Here we go. How are they feeling going into this week? Well, this is not you being fearful of the demons. This is you, Capricorn, realizing that the anxiety here is real. It feels real. This is you kind of sitting up with the devil or whatever this demon is like, hey, how you doing? You've already formed a really good relationship with the worries. Okay. And you know that it's affecting your heart space, your inner knowing, and you're like, all right, let's just, I know, I hear it. Like you hear this noise, something is merging this noise, but it's not new to you. And it is noise. Fear is the future. The melancholy or the sadness is usually about the past. Yeah, something is not over yet. Hasn't changed. Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. This is the same pattern. You've hit this pattern before. So this is not a new pattern, or you could be dealing with somebody here who hasn't changed. It's the same shit over and over again. Bringing up the same fears. All right, what is this integrating? You can't take this with you. You know, in this eclipse energy, you can't. It's not going to let you. You're going to have to face it. You're going to have to face this. I know you don't want to, but you're going to have to face this. And honestly, I feel like there is someone here in particular who is going to have a real talk with Capricorn. 4 of Cups here with the 3 of Cups is you have options. And I feel like someone is going to say to you, I know you're scared, or I know that you're a little confused, but there's other things you could be doing. And instead of repeating this. So I do feel like you have a really good friend or someone close to you who sees like you're a fish out of water here. You're disappointed in a connection or a phase of your life, but it's affecting you from actually doing anything. I almost feel like I'm in fawn mode. What's the emergence here for this Capricorn this week? Knight of Pentacles. This is about you being the change. It is. The Knight of Pentacles is a card here of stability and very grounded. And I think you are realizing now that you don't have to question that anymore. Yeah, you did put the effort into this. Yeah, you did put into the work into this. This is something about a long-term goal or a long-term relationship. Yeah. But you're also dealing with someone who is incredibly selfish. You are. This person could be a heavy drinker. And I'm not just saying heavy drinker like alcohol. It could be like very, like they love to caffeinate themselves. I mean, we got teacups here, but I feel like this person's very much always got a coffee, always like very jittery. But this is a person here who says that they're going to change and they don't change. So the circumstance can't change. But you've put your time and effort into this to be the change, but you're not changing. So it's an energy of feeling stuck. And it's like, yeah, I know. And here's a communication. It no longer serves you. And I think that you know that this conversation has to happen. So I do feel that there's going to be blunt communication coming to you or from you to another that this can't keep going the way it is. You may even be giving an ultimatum this week, Capricorn. What advice does Spirit have for you? Look at this. This is about your long-term goals. Stubborn. Look at you on the bull. Stubborn. Could have some Taurus in your chart as well. If you keep choosing this, you are choosing to stay on the crossroads, which means you go nowhere and you question your own intuition. And Spirit is encouraging you to face the fear, take the accountability for confrontation and the uncomfortable conversation that needs to happen this week. And and see how this will free you, because it's not going to leave you feeling stuck anymore. Then you will have the next moves. What does Auntie have to say for you this week, Capricorn? Stop carrying what isn't yours. This week is a mare for over responsibility, and it's time to delegate, delay, or drop what drains you. You can't hold it in this eclipse energy. You just can't. All right, Capricorn, that's what I got for you. If it resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right now with hype on YouTube. And if you're catching the replay, go ahead and drop your sign or comment replay. And don't forget to subscribe. And we're going to move on here to Aquarius. Aquarius is up next. Who's got Aquarius in their chart? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aquarius. Spirit, what do we have going on for Aquarius? Reminder, Aquarius, your Timeless Tarot story will be dropped in Harmonia Friends Club Vault, my membership area, tomorrow. So if that's something that interests you, check out the vault over at my website. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what do we got going on? How is Aquarius feeling going into this week? Here we go. Into this week. Annoyed. You can't unsee this, though. Here is the brutal honesty. You already feel this. You know this is coming. It's your own damn card. You're not going to be able to unsee this. I don't want to see this. All right, what's emerging from this? What are you seeing? Something that is going to discourage you. I feel this Aquarius is getting discouraging news. Could be from a Leo. But it is going to hit you in the gut and make you feel that something is not possible. What's the integration of this? The star. This is a test, though. This is a test. This is your card. It may not be materialized just yet, but don't lose faith. Don't, Aquarius, do not lose faith. You are being tested this week by discouraging news. And even though it may feel like you got the world against you, or a specific person here who's prideful, blamey, whatever it is, this is an external source. It could be insecurities, right? What do people do when they lash out? They're usually lashing out because they feel threatened. There's something here that you may threaten another. Threaten another. What's emerging here is defenses. Hey, don't talk to me that way. That's not true. You're angry. These are some things that you may be saying to another. I get it. You don't believe in me. You're telling me it's not possible. But I know different. I know better. Here's the thing. There's someone amongst your circle who does not have the same belief system as you. When it comes to faith, when it comes to reality, they're just in a completely different vibration from you. So this individual here is scared whoever you're talking to this week. So I feel whatever this scared energy is supposed to bring in, it's fear for you to back down, for you not to go that way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a job. It could be stuff going on in society right now. It's a perception here to showcase fear that it's not possible. The 7 of Wands minus the 3 of Wands, because I love to make me do math, is the 4 of Wands, which is happiness, union, total possibilities of celebration, togetherness. Do not let the situation take away from your dreams, your inspirations, your desires. Gosh. It doesn't have to be that way. The Hierophant is here, Taurus energy. Your belief system is different, but you're also here. We're always here as teachers and students, right? But there's something here about your guidance. See, as much as an individual here or situation may be asking you to step in line, you also know what you truly believe in. And you have not lost hope in a situation of what you truly desire. But the challenge here is your intuition, that second guessing it, is there possibly more for me? Some of you have a career changing or a relationship status changing soon. What advice does Spirit have for you, Aquarius? Look at this. Patience. Emotions being realigned here. Sagittarius energy, you may have this in your chart. But the emotions are seeing it and utilizing it for something. So I feel like someone here is pouring some kind of emotions into you, but you're not going to let it derail you. You may have to take a step back. You may need to take a moment and a pause not to react, but don't lose your patience this week. Don't lose your patience. You don't need to have everything. There's a huge crossroads moment happening for you where, yes, you may need to step back, and it may be stepping back from another. But don't forget what your breakthroughs are. And I'm just going to say the 3 of Cups, but we're going to add these, which is going to be the 5 of Cups, okay? The sadness, the guilt, the shame. There's people around you that have the same faith, hope, desires, but utilize it in a way that lights you up. Not use it not use a person or energy, but utilize it here to help embellish what's possible for you, because you are in the midst here of a locked heart of choosing what feels right to you and what feels right to another. And the crossroads here is about going within for you. Okay. What Auntie wants to tell you, your mind feels jammed, but clarity is coming later. So don't force it. Bring things down and let the fog lift on its own this week, which is entirely what this reading's about. All right. Aquarius, don't forget your timeless tarot story is in the vault this week. And that's what I got for you. If it resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right now to Hype on YouTube. And if you're catching the replay, drop a comment or drop your sign. All right. And don't forget to subscribe. We're going to move on to Pisces. Pisces is up. Hello, Lulu. Welcome. New subscriber. Good to have you here. Sorry to hear that. These are these week ahead ones, Lulu, just so you're aware. I'm not just a love reader. I'm also a teacher and a self-development coach, but these are general, so it's going to hit on a little bit of everything. So relationships, sometimes career, other opportunities. And then the loved ones I typically do specifically on a specific person or Friday evenings. Just because you're new and so you know what's going on. All right, I believe we are 2 donations away from unlocking the Faded Dice Collective at the end of this. And how the Faded Dice works is we let the Zodiac dice roll to see if the zodiac signs come up. Make sure you're checking your placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And yes, you can crosswalk and look at other signs as well, but you're going to have to flip the story and narrative. I don't do personal questions. That's only at Harmonia Friends Club, my membership area. Sometimes I have tarot gallery nights. I do have personal readings available over there. The best place to do is Fool's Journey, because Fool's Journey, you get discounts on all of my readings. And right now my books are pretty full. I'm done. I'm full for September, but October, I have the tail end available. All of that is on my website. Pisces. Pisces is up. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Spirit, what do we got going on for Pisces? What do we have going on for Pisces? Here we go. How are they feeling going into this week? Page of Pentacles here, reverse. Well, I feel empty-handed, a little bit lost. Confused, because there was something here that you were trying to gain a perspective of. I really love this Page of Pentacles card. I just really do. But there's something here where it's like, this feels off. Something's missing. Someone's missing. Ghosted? Oh boy. Let's see why you feel this is off. Externally, oh gosh, something's gone. Someone's disappeared. Now, I'm not saying someone's gone like you're losing someone. I don't want to scare anybody, like, someone's passing away. But it just feels like there was an opportunity. It does feel new, and all of a sudden it's not happening this week. It's not happening this week. Something here that you really were relying on to get grounded and started is not happening this week. And it's derailing your week, because now it's like, what do I do with myself? And let me tell you, you're going to be breadcrumbed a little bit about the scenario. So you're not going to have all of the details. You're not supposed to. The challenge here is to trust your intuition. Not all is lost. I want to keep that in mind. I didn't mean to make that a reverse. Not all is lost. The Ten of Swords here is, it needed to go. But it may feel like a loss to you, or betrayal, or rejection, or how could they do this to me? But it's actually creating space to see a scenario or situation outside of this. What's emerging? What's emerging here is fear, discouraged, Leo energy. Oh my gosh. Did I do something wrong? I feel this energy of taking it personally. Gosh. Here's the thing. You have something being ripped from your week this week that you thought was happening, whether this is a get together, whether this was having plans, whether this was a relationship that you thought was solid. There's something that is just completely gone. It's wiped out this week. So your challenge here is to trust your intuition and not create stories in your head and let anxiety take over. Yeah, King of Swords. It may not be news that you want to hear, but you are going to get communication towards the end of the week. Okay. King of Swords could be coming from a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but this is a person here of high counsel. who's going to be straight off giving the facts. They're going to be very detached, but I feel like it will cut some anxiety here of the situation and reveal that your intuition was right and not necessarily your fears. Okay. This is news here that may give you a setback. Advice for the setback here for this Pisces. It's just not the right time right now. Yeah. Listen, you may want to have started something or you thought something was going on, but this is actually more the time here to create some space for your endeavors, your creations, your passions. How are you going to paint a picture? Ooh, this card came flying out. Yeah. And the Three of Pentacles here is that you may have been hoping that it was a particular person, but you're being asked here to look at your other scenarios, whether that's friends, whether that's family. There's an opportunity for somebody else to step up as it's like almost a backup of some sort. Okay. You're meant to spend time with another scenario this week. And honestly, it's to reset you. And we had that reset energy that was coming out in the collective message. And if you didn't listen to the collective message, I highly, rewind, go back. But there's something here that you're meant to spend your time and effort with another individual for another endeavor. And it's to set you in place. And if you were to start this week, it would have derailed you. It's like the universe is working behind the scenes for you, Pisces, in a big way. All right. What does Auntie have to say for you? Auntie says, quiet can feel uncomfortable, and you're going to feel it this week, but don't rush to fill it. Don't rush to fill it. Let inspiration, here we go. Let inspiration drift in. Relationships may reflect projection. Notice what is yours. Notice what is yours. Okay. And I think it has a lot to do with fear when it comes up for you. All right, Pisces, don't forget your Timeless Tarot story will be released in the vault this week. And that's what I got for you. If this resonated, hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, we have hyping now, so you can swipe right on YouTube and hype. And if you're catching the replay, obviously, you can drop your sign or comment replay below. Okay, let's move on to Aries. Aries is up. Thank you, Nancy. We are one away. We are one away of unlocking the faded dice. Thank you, Nancy. We're moving on to Aries. Aries is up. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reminder that your Timeless Tarot reading will be unlocked probably middle of the week for you over at Harmonia Friends Club. So if that interests you, you can check out Harmonia Friends. Aries, Spirit, what do we have going on for Aries? How are they feeling going into this week? Here we go. Aries. Oh boy. Have a good time, Isis. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So this might feel like this week you have a little, I don't know. It's almost this energy of like, am I cursed? Do I have the worst luck in the world? Okay, but let's see why this is emerging out. Something's obviously not going in your favor. What is the external reason for this? Okay, yeah. The Knight of Pentacles here reverse means that whatever this long-term payout is not paying out in your favor. It actually feels like a little bit bigger. So this could be an Aries who's like gets an unexpected bill or some instability in a relationship where it's like, oh my gosh, like someone's very sour with you this week. But I just feel this energy of it like it's my fault, or did I do something wrong? You're like really personalizing this. What's the integration of this? Yeah, it's pushing you back in the energy of isolating. It's like you almost don't want to be around anybody. But don't forget, your breakthrough this week is having your tribe with you. And if you don't have that, I encourage you to find a community that does so for you. But let's look at the fact that these are all reversed, and we're going to just take these upright because they're all reversed, but it just means that there's a challenge here when it comes to manifesting. And it's like, some of you feel like you manifested the worst case scenario for you this week. It's going to feel like there's a massive loss when it comes to your time, to your money, to your health. It's going to make you want to retreat, go in and be alone or do something on your own. It's like, I don't want to be bothered. Like grumpy. I feel a grumpy energy. What's emerging? Yeah, King of Swords. Very cutting. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. What's emerging here is you're trying to detach from your feelings, which is actually a better thing to do. You know something is off, but you also know that this isn't just based on you, that it is, you know how the universe works, that it's doing something behind the scenes for you, that even the unexpected bills, the unexpected setbacks, even if your health is feeling crappy this week, and we just, listen to the collective reading, listen to the collective. We're right now going through the eclipse, we're at the tail end eclipse season, but there's lots going on. So it's very heavy, this energy. And, Aries here, even though you are a cardinal sign and you're the fixed end here, you're going to notice more of the dust energy here. It's not necessarily a week here to have a new start. It's just not. You may feel like you're going a little bit backwards. It's like, oh, I'm above this. Oh yeah, I have everything go. And then it's like, oh my God, well, that just set me back. Why do I have to go back down? Like, I thought I was going somewhere. Now I'm in the hole. Yeah, it feels derailing. And it feels like the consequences are not going in your favor this week with Libra energy here and justice. It does feel like an injustice. The only card you got up right was the King of Swords. So I see you looking at this and starting to depersonalize it because there's really no cups here. You may start taking it personally as your curse, but you're realizing I can get through this. This is just noise. This is just a situation. I feel very unbalanced. I think this is unfair. I don't feel like this is of justice, but you're also being asked here to sit with your coven. What advice does Spirit have for you this week? No reversals on this. Don't lose faith. I'm going to say the same thing as what I said to Aquarius. And Aquarius, you may have that in your chart. Okay, because this is their card. Whatever the setback is this week, it is to reestablish. So do not lose hope. Do not lose faith. It is happening for you, even though it may not feel like it. It is clearing things. and blocking you from being involved in something now. It's like the sooner you take care of this week, the better. You may feel guarded or blocked, like, oh my gosh, I'm going backwards, but you're not going backwards. You're just clearing out the gunk. And that's how you have to take it this for yourself here. All right, Aries, it says, Auntie says to you, you're eager to push, but restrain your power. Lead by showing grounded strength, not reaction. Not reaction. And listen, the reaction here is just be honest and truthful for how it is for you. All right, that's what we got for Aries. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right now to Hype on YouTube. And if you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment below. And if you feel guided, go ahead and subscribe. We're going to move on to Taurus. Taurus is up next. We have Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, the bonus collective, and we are so very close to unlocking the other bonus collective. I think we're only one away now, right, Nancy? If you can count for me, because I can't see the screen on YouTube using this software. I believe we are. All right, Taurus is up. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Taurus, your timeless tarot story will be released in the Harmonia Friends Club vault later this week. So you can check out my website for the details on membership. All right, Taurus, here we go. Let's see how you're feeling going into this week. How is Taurus feeling going into this week, Spirit? How is Taurus feeling going into this week? Here we go. Well, you're not holding on. You're accepting a loss. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's see what's emerging here of accepting this loss, because I do feel like massively it's about accepting. So there was some scenario or foundation that you were holding on to really tightly. What is the external reason for this? Oh, see, you have all of the tea now. You have all of the answers. And some of you, this tea is your coven. Okay. This week, you're not sacrificing yourself to gain a perception anymore. You're accepting a situation for how it is or what it is. Yeah. And taking an opportunity here to make a move. And you are being presented with a pretty darn big opportunity. It's the Ace of Pentacles. So it's not small. It's like, you're looking at an offer entirely different now. You have enough information to perceive what this offer is. Let's see what's emerging here for this Taurus. What's emerging here for this Taurus? Oh, I love it. All the stuff that you fear, the self-doubt, is being removed. You face your fear. There's a fear here you are facing head on this week, Taurus, and you're trusting your intuition now. Yeah. You are realizing that the sacrifice you made to gain a perception has left you feeling almost imprisoned, guarded, wounded. And this is escaping this. You notice how it's not fully, it almost looks ghostly, right? It's not really a cage. And this is something here where I feel before you felt caged by your thoughts and you're denying a scenario of like, oh, I can't do that. I can't move. I can't metaphor. I can't change. I can't change. But this is saying, well, Taurus, you can. And there's a huge opportunity here to have a restart. New. This could be a new endeavor. This could be a new job. This could be forming a new relationship. But it's solid. And you may not have everything figured out or how to handle it in actions, but you're looking at it in a positive light, which is amazing, which is good. I love this for you. You're seeing the light. You're seeing the light of a situation. All right, Taurus. What advice does Spirit have for you? This is a week here of collaboration, working together. You don't have to solve everything on your own. Don't be afraid to ask questions this week. You're moving on. Congratulations. Taurus might have gotten the best reading in the house so far. There was another reading got pretty much about moving on, but this is emotionally not having to gain something anymore. You're still going through it. It's not going to be like you're still going to face fears. You're a page energy. So there's going to be uncertainties that you face, but you're going to keep doing it anyways. There's going to be emotions that come up. You're going to continue to do it anyways. You're going towards the sun, which is present, being happy. This is for Taurus here who is learning to be grounded with the message of love for yourself. So Taurus, Auntie's message here is your body is your messenger. Don't force productivity. It's about replenishing and nourishing and listening to your gut this week. Okay. It's okay to open up and trust others as well. And that's me stating that. Taurus, your timeless tarot story, like I said, is in the vault at Harmonia Friends Club this week. That's what I got for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right now to hype if you are on YouTube. And if you're catching the replay, drop a sign or comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. We're going to move on here to Gemini next. Gemini is up. I still got people on here from Facebook. Did my Facebook audience disappear? Who's here who's still on Facebook? We still love you over there. It's just that my moderators are over in here on this side. This side of the tracks. Alrighty. Gemini is up. It looks like my chat is. Oh, I hope my chat didn't freeze. That's going to suck. Oh, it's resetting itself. For some reason, it's not picking up YouTube now. Hello, Tina. Welcome. Gemini. Let's see what yours going on here for your week. Gemini, your timeless tarot story will be released on Friday at Harmonia Friends Club. Drop it in the vault. And if you want to check that out, just go to my website, harmoniafriends.com. All right, here we go. Gemini. Spirit, what is going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Here we go. How are they feeling going into this week? Restless. Sick, tired, not getting a lot of sleep. Could be just the eclipse energy that we're going into, Gemini, but I feel very restless, like really tired. Let's see why you're emerging here. But why is this emerging? Listen, it's not a direct hit. There is something that is absolutely out of your control. But it's, gosh, this could be worldly, this could be other people, but it's not your mess. It's not fully your mess. But it does bring some fear in here for this Gemini. It's like, well, that's a mess. Might hear some news from another about a mess that kind of makes you restless because you can't control it. You can't help. What's the integration of this? 7 of Cups. There's a part of you that wants to help, wants to see. There's somebody here, Gemini, this week who may not be around you, but is close to you, where you're going to hear some news that you may have. Oh, I get it now. Thank you. This restlessness, this tiredness isn't all yours. You may be you may be just very much an empath, right? There's feelings and stuff, and you may be questioning that. Is this mine? You know, it's muddling with your intuition because you feel like something's coming, and there is something coming. But the storm here is, do I reach out? Do I connect? I feel super confused. All right, what's emerging from this? 8 of Pentacles here. This is going to feel like something's like popping out. You're definitely curious. You have answers of how you can fix a scenario or fix a situation, but you also know not to meddle in this. And so this is for a Gemini here who is losing some focus on their work or whatever they're doing. But they can't do anything about it. You may be blocked from this person. This person may be a person from your past. King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You may have that in your chart. But when I see this, the 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles here is you have someone within your vicinity that is going through a massive loss or shakeup. And you already feel this in your bones. You may not have big communication with them, Gemini, but there may be confusions here because you might feel the need or urge to reach out, but you're like, I shouldn't do that. They blocked me, or they might get defensive of me. But there's also this opportunity here for you this week. Just look at this. Do you see how big he is in comparison to these? There's an opportunity here to just nurture yourself, take care of what's around you, be very practical, and realize if someone needs to approach you, they'll approach you on their time and needs. It has nothing to do with yours. All you can do is work on your stability unless someone confronts you. What advice does Spirit have for Gemini? This is a very egotistical individual. They had to prove their way, prove their point. And Spirit's saying you don't have to prove anything to this person. And if you're blocked or guarded, why would you have to scale the walls if they did that to you? Yeah. This loss is also reflecting the loss of this individual, which is you. They lost you, the support and all this. They could have had the support, but they're not gaining it, right? But this is not your loss. Look at all of these 5s, you know, you got 2 5s right here, which comes to a 10. So there's a rebirth going on for you, but not all is lost. I just keep hearing not all is lost for you. All right, what message does Auntie have for you, Gemini? Your words may feel extremely scrambled this week. So focus on listening more than speaking. And I feel like you're going to hear some news, whatever this gossip is, you're going to be hearing some news and looking at your options like, should I get involved? Should I get helped out on? But this is about you listening more than speaking. Okay. We got nothing here which says swords. In fact, the only swords here is the swords, four swords, which is reverse. I'm saying you're restless in your mind about it. Andy says journaling clears the static better than chatter this week for you. Okay. So go ahead and journal your feelings, but you don't necessarily need to state it. This is about you being grounded and nurturing and take care of your needs this week. All right, Gemini, that's what I got for you. If this resonated, go ahead and like. Don't forget to swipe and hype right. If you're on YouTube and if you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. We're going to move on to Cancer next. Cancer is up. We have Cancer, Leo, Virgo, bonus, and we may have an unlocked bonus collective. We need one more donation. If we get that donation on YouTube, I'm sorry, Facebook, but it's a YouTube thing where you hit the goal. If you tap the goal, donate, you will unlock it and become a sponsor for today's collective reading. Cancer is up. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's see what's going on for Cancer. Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what do we have going on for Cancer this week? How are they feeling going into this week? How are my Cancer signs feeling going into this week? 9 of Swords here, reverse. Somebody else got this. I can't remember who else got this for their feelings, which sign it is. But this is an individual here who's facing their demons. And those demons are the ones that keep you up at night. Okay. It could be your thoughts. But it's kind of like, yeah, I know it. I get it. What's emerging and why you're facing your fears this week? Insecurities. Now, this is external. So you're going to be hearing some things that bring up some external fears, whether that is through others, whether that is through social media, whether that is through chatter. I want to remind you, it's noise. I mean, it's just news. It could even be, news going on in the world here. Integration here is a 6 of Cups here, reverse. So, Cancer, you have a relationship that no longer serves you. And even though there's a really strong connection with this person, this week it is inevitably clear it has to go. It's not serving you anymore. It's bringing up things that are stirring up your memories of insecurities, not feeling safe, all of that. These are all reversals. We're going to take them upright. It's affecting your intuition and moves that you're going to make. It's like, watch the company that you keep. And there's some kind of company that you're keeping this week that does not feel good. What's emerging for you? Anger? Irritable? You know this is done on purpose. You have an individual here who's trying to derail you on purpose. I told you so. I knew that wasn't going to work out for you. I almost feel like a Cancer saying, are you even on my side? But your breakthrough is the people that you tell. So it's not saying, I just feel like there's somebody close in your inner circle that is really affecting your stability. Yeah. Look at all this fighting, this commotion, this competition. I thought we were a team. I thought we were friends. I thought we were a unit. I thought we were in a relationship here that, why are we fighting? Why are we against each other? There's jealousy involved in here. There's fighting involved in here. And some people are just not meant to go down the road you are trying to go down. What's emerging here is that you want a new start, a reset, which is very similar to the collective energy that we were feeling even in this eclipse energy. But there's a lot of stuff in the past, and there's a particular person who is still part of your past that needs to go. And I'm not saying you have to erase an individual, but it's the company that you keep. Put it that way. This person here isn't serving your higher good at this time. This person wants to be right at all times. Advice for you. King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. If you don't have air in your chart, hi, Barbara. Welcome. It's okay. You just missed Gemini, but you can go back. This is the energy here of, and this could be another person. This could be solid advice from an individual. But this is about being all business. The King of Swords is not someone here who takes things personally. They're just honest and truthful. I'm telling you, some of you, there's someone in particular, and I want to say three's a crowd at this point. There's somebody who is not serving you. And it might be hard because some of you, it's like it's a family member or something, but I feel this energy for you. This is getting advisor. This is advisement. This could be a mediator, a lawyer for some of you, but others of you, this is you taking accountability, putting up proper boundaries, being nurturing when you can, dividing your time as you feel fit for you. But this week, you're being asked here to trust your intuition with that Pisces energy of the moon. We have the moon here too with the High Priestess. And don't let someone derail it from you having a new beginning, because you are in the precipice here of trust. You're in a huge, huge trustful scenario. Cancer, what Auntie has to say to you. Home and family themes are very tender this week. No shit, we can see that. Stability shows up in small acts like tidying and cooking and soothing your own space, and your own space is needed right now. That's what I got here for you, Cancer. If it resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, now on YouTube, you can hype, which is just swiping right. If you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment below. And we're going to move on to Leo. Leo is up. Well, look at that. Barbara, thank you. Thank you for helping us reach our goal. We did it, guys. We did it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you being here. And we officially have unlocked the bonus. The goal has been reached. I believe we're there, right, Barbara? I think it was just one more. Hopefully I just didn't shoot it up there, but we got Leo up. Who is still here watching the live with me? Just curious. Who's live right now? I got a lot of people watching the replay. The numbers are really high, but I'm assuming it's the replay. All right, we have Leo. My lions are up. Leo, let's see how your week is going. Thank you, Barb. I think you're the only one here live right now. I think everybody is watching the replay at this point. I get a lot of people on. I just can't tell. The numbers are so crazy. And on multiple platforms, so it's hard to tell. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Spirit. What's going on for Leo? What do we got going on for Leo? Here we go. How are you feeling going into this week, Leo? Multitudes of signs got this, and I don't remember which ones. But this is something here where you're not waiting anymore. You're done looking at it. I think two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl. Pink Floyd? Yeah, that's a song I'm hearing right now. I think there's something here that you were getting lost on. Now there's this energy of a Leo saying, get lost. All right, let's see the external reason for this. broken down. I don't want it. Cancer energy. I almost feel like for you, Leo, there is a situation that you really thought was happening this week. And what's emerging here is it's broken down. So someone here is canceling on you, or it's like flipping the story around, but it's kind of like, I don't want it anyway. I don't want to say that. I just heard good riddance. All right. I don't want to say it, but that's what I feel like. That's either you or what's integrating out of here for this Leo. Yeah. It's making you more confident that the things that are broken, you don't need to take. You don't need to assist in. You don't need to fix. I got a Leo here who likes fixing things. Sometimes people. What's emerging now for this Leo with their own card here? Bam. Not my problem. This actually shocks you because you are always usually happy to assist another. But I really feel like you're hearing somebody's sob story, and not saying a sob story can't be sad, but there's a victim mentality here that is making you feel like, well, I don't know. I feel like this person here is going to like just tell you something that really bad. Like, I'm on my way, Leo. Oh, something so horrible happened to me and I can't be there for you. And you're like, yeah, I heard this before. That's the energy it feels like. I've heard this before. King of Swords. This I feel is you detaching from the scenario. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, someone who's very authoritative, authentic, all business. And then we have the King of Cups. interesting because I always stated that the King of Swords used to be the King of Cups. But the courage here is that you can be both. I'm sorry, but I don't need to rescue the scenario, the situation. You could be very compassionate and loving, but also still choose yourself and trusting yourself and realizing there's a place here to state something, whether it's a boundary, but choosing it for love and peace and being courageous about it. You're choosing your peace. You are. You're choosing your peace this week. What advice does Spirit have for this Leo? Oh my gosh, look at that. Now I got a matching here. Now we got a matching here. What is this Queen of Swords going to say? You know they're full of shit. And Spirit's saying, just be honest. Mirror back to them what they are. This Queen of Swords with the Six of Swords is a Seven of Swords. So the lies are coming out this week of empty promises. And I think this Leo is just over it and realizes that they have to choose themselves, have to choose peace. And this individual here who is obviously going after their own peace is not confronting it. There's more behind this. Leo, your message here from Auntie is your fire is strong, but watch your pride. Inspire rather than bulldoze. Oh, I love this. Because the inspiration of pulling back your power is the bulldoze. I'm telling you. The stage will be there when timing's right. Your time will come. Your time will come, Leo. That's what I got for you. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to swipe right now on YouTube to hype up and the points add up to get this channel to be seen. And if you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment replay. And don't forget to subscribe. And we are going to move on to our final sign, but not our final reading. Virgo. Now, I don't know. Yeah, they are on fire. I'm having fun with the effects. I use them very subtly. I try not to overuse them, but when I really feel it in a reading, I'll use them. But I'm having fun with them. But we are in the mist here, guys. We did reach our goal, but usually at the tail end, this is where people drop, and people are dropping because they're watching the replay. If you are still here watching the live, this is the time for the bonus train. So go ahead in the live feed, comment bonus. If you are watching the replay, you most certainly can play. But if you comment bonus, it helps the channel get up, but also it helps the channel be seen. And also it helps to put your energy into the bonus collective. So your sign may come up in that reading. So go ahead, comment bonus, 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 bonus. And we are going to move on to Virgo and see what's going on for Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. And happy birthday out there to my tail end Virgos. Today is the day before we switch on over to Libra season. Spirit, what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? How are they feeling going into this week? Ace of Pentacles here reversed. Well, again, somebody here is feeling a loss. Okay. What is this external loss? Oh, nobody wins in this scenario. Fighting. This is for a Virgo where somebody here this week is walking away from you. I almost feel this energy of someone expecting you to follow them. Yeah. No, you're not going after them. You're seeing the immaturity of an individual here. I feel like somebody here is stating to you, fine. If you can't have it, then you can't have this either, and I'm going away. But somebody here has expectations of you apologizing, of you reconciling, of you recovering. And this week, this Virgo is like just not doing anything. What's emerging? You're feeling the loss of a person, for sure. You're sad about it. But you also know with this, all these swords, which is like the 8 of Swords energy, even though it's reversed. Usually they make me subtractive, but we're not in negative numbers at this point. You have a lot to offer, and it is heartbreaking. But there's a part of you that knows that it's this person's responsibility to come back. The 5 of Pentacles here tells me that not all is lost, but definitely someone's temper is lost. So remember, your breakthrough is in conversations of togetherness. It doesn't necessarily mean this person, but you're not meant to do this on your own either. Okay. And I'm not saying to tell a person about another scenario that's going on. I just feel like you're being asked here to be amongst the company that is with you. And there is this energy of somebody who will be back. I mean, they will be back. Maybe not, probably not this week. But this is also you. Taurus and Libra energy here, but we have the Empress. This is you knowing your worth. I said what I said. I'm not chasing you. I'm not going after you. I'm sorry you disagree, but can we agree to disagree? And this individual here pouted, is having a tantrum of some sort this week and is stepping out. But it doesn't mean that you don't love them. They don't want something back, but it's their responsibility to come up. And you know this. And some of you, it is a child. All right. What advice does Spirit have here for you? What advice does Spirit have for you this week? This is about your endeavors and your confidence. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, show by being an example. Pull in that unbothered energy and utilize this creativity also to help you go through loss and a heartbreak. That might be creating something, being inspired to write something down, create music. I'm not saying be Taylor Swift, but there's this energy here where you can be very creative in a way to express your grief and your sadness, and realize that this burden was not meant to be yours to carry. And even though it may burden you to not run after or do something differently, you're being challenged here to remember your worth, have confidence in your decisions, and not just that, your actions. Your message here from Auntie this week is, well, yeah, she's right. The eclipse is sitting like literally on you. So no wonder you're feeling wrung out, she says. It's not a week here to be a perfectionist and ask what truly is sustainable for you. That's really a simple one. Drop the perfectionism and ask what's truly sustainable for you. That's what I got for you, Virgo. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget to hype the channel by swiping right now. And if you're catching the replay, drop your sign or comment replay below. And don't forget to subscribe. And we're going to move on to our bonus collective, Who is still here live? Because I'm going to need help with the bonus collective. I got a bunch of people on delay. Amy, welcome back. Nancy and Barbara, if you are on, make sure you are on live and not you're delayed, both of you. So make sure you check and make sure that you're not paused. All right, we're going to get to the bonus collective here shortly. I'm going to let my moderators catch up so that they realize that they have to make sure they're on live and not a delay. Yes, but both of you are delayed. So if you haven't paused it, unpause it. And so you're going to have to scoot the scroller all the way to the top so that because it will pause you even if you leave. All right, guys, I will be back this Wednesday because believe it or not, we're the last, we're at the tail end of September. But this Wednesday, I will be back for All Signs October Tarot forecast. And this is the general predictions, the All Signs October forecast for love for a person on your mind. And for my singles will be on Friday. So make sure you set your notifications. I will be posting this after the live show. I have not done so yet. We also have a giveaway going on, and there only are 4 entries left. This is at the September Monster Stash. This is the winner's going to be announced on next Sunday's All Signs Live. And this is the Monster Stash giveaway. So there are 4 entry tickets left. Once you become a member at Harmonia Friends Club, go search for Monster Stash and find the entry for there and select your ticket, which is a card. And then you are reserved a spot. This giveaway is not just these items on screen, which does have a monster theme this month. And that's because to prepare you for October so that you have all these goodies for October. But it's got a Jason beanie here. Top Notch's design is one of my favorite customized designer out there. Also a friend of mine. But I love her store and she's got some really cool products. So there's also this beautiful Overthinker journal. And as you can see, little Chucky's on there. And then the Monster Tarot deck. And there are some mystery gifts in here that you do not know about because I like to make these gift boxes a mystery box. So this is just some of the items that you will be seeing. All right. Okay. We're going to move on here. Is this better? Is this better? I think you guys are set now. Thumbs up. Yeah, now you're good. Nancy, you're ahead. You're good. It just does that. When you leave a live and then you come back, it doesn't put you right on the live. It pauses it. And now YouTube has hype, which I had to learn what the hell hype was because I'm like, what is this now? Now people get points, but when you leave a comment on the replay, I don't think you can do it during the live, but when you are watching the replay, you can now swipe right after the comment and it says, do you want to hype? And if you hype, you add points to the leaderboard, which actually boosts the video to be shown more. They're getting very gamey here. I'm not sure what it's about, but it's like another game. I'm like, can they make anything more complicated? All right. No, hype doesn't work on lives. It only works on replays. But I have to educate the audience because I don't think a lot of people know how to use it. All right, here we go. Let's see what collective signs are here. So don't fear if your sign doesn't show up. It could just be the energy of the sign itself. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, then don't take it. But we also have 2 bonuses here because we got a sponsorship here. Thanks to our lovely sponsors, Nancy, Barbara, Elizabeth, and Isis. We have Libra and we have Taurus here. Okay, we have air, we have our scales, and we have our bulls. Let me just do one. These are big, so I don't want to mess this up. We have Leo. We have Pisces, our dreamers. We have Gemini, more air energy. The twins are here. And we have Sagittarius. So only one fire sign here. So hopefully, Nancy, you can remember all those. And I'll pin the comment shortly. Thank you, Nancy. Libra, Taurus, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius energy. Here we go. Let's see collectively what you're getting into this week. How are you currently feeling? The Emperor reversed. Well, Aries energy. This is someone who's unruly, controlling, freaking out. All right, why is this feeling this way? Chariot. You're not ready. There's a big move that is happening for you this week, collective, and you're not ready. So this is like, I don't want to go to the party. What do you mean I have to go to this? I don't even want to go to this, but I got to do it anyways because I'm the boss or I'm the father or I'm the responsible one. But there's this thing of here of not having enough time, not being on your timeline. And this is saying, hey, if you don't take this ride, you're going to miss out. And so this is annoying. This is annoying the hell out of my collective. Yeah, because there's something here that you wanted to focus on and you didn't. Aquarius energy here. Now, this is someone here who's losing hope. I feel like this feels like someone who's saying I'm running out of time and yet I'm being forced to do something in this timely manner and I don't have a lot to give. Some of you are feeling tired, sick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's the devil. Vices. Negative mindset. Individuals here who bring out the worst case scenario in this collective right now. It's a distraction. It is. I feel that you don't necessarily need as much time as you think you do. I think that there's something that you have been sitting on that you've been procrastinating. And I feel like I got a collective here who's very much a perfectionist, who feels like they're going to miss the boat. Oh, hold on. My mic just went. Let's see if that fixed it. Sorry about that, guys. The battery just went. That's what it feels like. That's part of the message. You know that, right? Your battery's like, it's just feeling like, oh, this is not the week for the battery to run out, or say that my car is dead. King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You have somebody here who's giving you news that you have a deadline that you have to do. It's going to be a little bit annoying. Okay. Again, here's the thing. It's meant to happen. This is a wake-up call. Not every reading is going to be sugar-coated here, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this reading. It just simply is. We also have unlocked another bonus thanks to our sponsors. But this reading here does feel heavy because somebody here has been procrastinating a scenario where they had a lot of time to get something done, and it's the time is of essence now. Somebody here needs it now, and it's outside of your hands. Now, I also feel like I got a collective here who's very stubborn on having things to be a perfect way, or needing the right team or individuals around them. And remember, your breakthrough is the 3 of Cups. Ask for help. You don't have to do this on your own. Don't be victim to the scenario or situation. What is your advice here? Look, chill, patience. Even though it may feel like you've been sitting on something forever, to have patience, watch your reactions this week. Sagittarius energy comes strongly through here. Watch your reactions to it's not possible. Collective, Auntie says this week, watch out for overwhelming turning. Can't make this up. With procrastination. The to-do list feels like a mountain, but what you're being asked here is to focus on moving one stone at a time. You may feel extremely overwhelmed by this push to get something done this week, but I'm promising you it's going to be relief. You might not feel like you're going to get through it, but there's a possibility here for you. All right, guys, that's what I got for you for the bonus collective. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like. Don't forget, if you're watching the replay, to swipe right to hype. And if you're catching that replay, drop your sign or comment below. We're going to move on to the unlocked. Thank you, Barb, for writing it down too. I wasn't sure who was going to do it, to be honest. So I appreciate both of you for being here. We have our bonus collective unlocked from our sponsors. Who is joining us for the unlocked bonus reading? Who is here? Whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube, who is here? Don't be shy. I think I got my moderators here, which is good. I'm not alone in my company. The numbers are so skewed because people are watching replays because I've been on for over 2 hours. So it looks like I got tons of people on, but I can't tell who's on live. Thanks, Amy. Thank you for representing Facebook, which is a dying breed, but I still love my Facebook fam. They just won't push my lives like they used to. They have stopped. All right, so let's get to the last and final collective bonus. Barbara, I'm going to put you on duty. We'll give Nancy a break. You good with that? All right. Here we go. Collective, let's see what signs are playing out. We have Libra again. Well, Libra season is here. It's coming. Taurus. Isn't that the ones we just got? We literally just got those. This was the first that we rolled with. We have Sagittarius. We have Leo. Are we going to get the same signs? Jeez Louise. Here we go. We got Capricorn. We got Leo again. I'm going to do one more roll, Nancy, just because we got so many dupes. We're going to roll it again. Libra just came out again. We got Pisces. I think we literally got all of the same signs again. Isn't that wild? Listen, sometimes you just can't fight with spirit. You just got to let it happen. It's like I rolled twice or two more times and I still got the dupe signs. Yeah, we had Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, Leo, and Pisces. But honestly, we got Libra twice as well. That's crazy. What's crazy is how long that message is. All right, here we go. How are you feeling going into this week, collective? Breadcrumbed. Not enough. I feel tired. Why is this emerging? Man, 2 6s. You're being breadcrumbed by a scenario. And this is a person here that you kind of have an unsteady past with already. You've been very disappointed with this individual. But it's also reminding you of the past about repeating. That's a lot of 6s. Look at that. You got the Magician, though. I like this Magician card because they're holding the cup and the staff is actually on the ground. So you're deeply in your emotions. I feel like there's a lot of nostalgic energy here going on for my collective. Not just about how far they've come, but how much they've given into connections that may not have given equally to them. And there's something coming up about the past this week, and it could be a past individual where you're holding deep emotions. Let's see what's emerging from this, because this has been a long time coming. It's like, notice how these two magicians, and they are very different from like the Rider-Waite, but this one's in a greenhouse and this one is in the fall. So there's something here that happened maybe in the spring that is being manifested now this week going into fall. Okay. About a redirection. It's a return from the past. Something's returning from the past for you this week. You have mixed feelings because it's just as you set a direction. The Devil, Capricorn energy here reversed. Look at the violin. I feel like there is someone coming up from the past this week that is going to tell you their side of the story. All right. We're going to do an extra row because it's the unlocked. Ace of Wands of why they stepped out, why they left you behind, why they chose that opportunity. There's that staff that you're still holding on to. You've held the staff the entire time, but there's a cup that you're holding, so you're listening. Interesting. What's emerging here? It's not this isn't your tower, it's theirs. The challenge here is there are some things that this person is going to state to you this week where it is going to connect the dots, and it's going to kind of shock you still because it's not what you anticipate, this news. It's not. This person here is going to fill in the blanks, but it's like, oh, I know exactly what they're coming back for, or they're going to return to play ship on me again. But they're going to fill in the dots about the past and the karma that they were dealt. You may be getting a sincere apology from an individual, but let me tell you, this person is getting their ass handed to them. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it, but it just is. We have Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus energy. This is someone here who has a stroke of bad luck. Love. But that's someone who's understanding. Now, a lot of people here are probably going to drop on this, because a lot of people are going to be like, ha, knew that was going to happen. Told you so, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, if you are here on the downfall of another, then this isn't for you. This person here is very remorseful and is paying a very hefty dime, and some of you a financial hit. Some of you, it's a health hit with them. But the direction here is that you overgave to a scenario. And this week you will be hearing from them, and it's going to be tea that is going to be like, whoa, I didn't anticipate that. And when you think of the fish in the cup, you think of a page, right? But this is the Ace of Cups here, and you have the Ace of Wands, and you're still holding that cup. You have the possibility and capability this week to accept the scenario for what it is, but also consider this a blessing that you weren't involved, right? But it doesn't mean you have to partake. You have two aces here. Your advice for you. Communication. Be honest, but also be compassionate. You have three aces now on the table. I have chills. There it is, the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles here is community, family, togetherness. I want to pull one more on that, because that's about fears. You're going to hear somebody's deepest and darkest fears of self-doubt, of why they ran or they decided to choose something that was not good for them. But whatever this was, it wasn't something that you were capable of doing. And your advice here is just to listen. You can still hold your boundaries. You can still make peace. But the peace here comes for you. All right. You are very well supported as well. When I see the 10 of Pentacles, this is family. This is friends. Your breakthrough is the company that you keep now. This person here is entering your territory, your home, your environment. They are coming to you, collective. Okay. Even if it's a phone call, they're coming to you, your domain. The final message here from Auntie. Things to consider with this. There's an integrity-based action that is needed from you. It's small, clear steps taken from a grounded place. This is not about, oh gosh, it says, this is not about rippling into anything with big or rushed news or make huge moves. Your rise will stick if it comes from breath, not panic. And there's something here where I feel, and it brings us back to the rise, which was the King of Wands and Tiwa's energy that came up from the collective daily poll that I did yesterday. I recommend you guys read it. It's over on Substack. I also put it on the community page here on YouTube, but that really pulls in using your natural gifts from God, the universe, however you want to say it, and take a moment of breath before you take actions. But just be honest. Just be honest. All right, guys, that's what I have here for the collective reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you again to my moderators, Barbara and Nancy, for being here. I do appreciate you both. And I will be back here, like I said, on Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for October predictions. We're going into October already. So this is going to be for the general. So I hope to see you there. And don't forget, if you are not a Harmonia Friends Club member, what are you waiting for? It's a timeless vault over there, and you get timeless readings just like this. And new content is added each week. And we just had the mid-months last week. But it's really a bunch of timeless readings there. And it's not just readings there. There are development things on there, discounts for you, channel messages each month here for the Fool's Journey members. And that's what I got. So I hope to see you there. But if not, this is where we part ways. You guys take care and have a good rest of the Sunday. And I will see you guys here on Monday. Bye, guys.